Have you ever wondered if the reason you're not achieving the success you desire lies within you? Perhaps the answer is in your mind, in the way you think about yourself and the world. Your mind, with all its fears, limiting beliefs, and negative patterns, might be holding you back from living the life you've always dreamed of. The good news? You have the power to change that. Mental reprogramming is not just a technique, but a true inner transformation that begins the moment you decide to take control of your thoughts. If you're tired of battling invisible obstacles and want to finally unlock your potential, this video will show you how. We'll talk about the beliefs that are limiting you, the blocks that are holding you back, and how a mindset shift can open doors to a successful future. Get ready to discover that the greatest obstacle between you and your dreams is the way you think. Are you ready to change that? Then keep watching until the end and start reprogramming your mind for success today. If you feel ready to transform your life, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any content that will help you on this journey. The power of the human mind is vast and remarkable, capable of creating and destroying realities. Often, what prevents us from achieving success is not external factors, but the mental patterns we carry within. The mind, if not properly guided, can become our greatest prison. Limiting beliefs, which we often don't even notice, act like invisible chains, holding us back from moving forward and achieving what we desire. The good news is that we can reprogram our mind to become our ally. The key to this transformation lies in taking control of our thoughts and turning them into powerful tools that propel us toward success. When we manage to do this, our mind ceases to be an obstacle and becomes the engine that drives us toward our dreams. The practice of mental reprogramming is not new but timeless, spanning generations. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus already understood the importance of mastering the mind to achieve true freedom. They believed that by learning to control our reactions to events, we gain control over our actions and, consequently, our destiny. This teaching has been reinterpreted over time, but the foundation remains the same. When we change our mindset, we change the reality we live in. Today, modern psychology and neuroscience confirm that our mind is malleable, capable of being shaped by the thoughts we nurture. Mental reprogramming, therefore, is a daily practice, a continuous process that allows us to transform our worldview and our actions. The change begins when we realize we are responsible for what we think and what we believe is possible. Limiting beliefs like, "I'm not capable," or "this won't happen," are invisible but real obstacles that prevent us from taking the first step toward success. The good news is that these beliefs can be replaced with more empowering ones. By adopting a positive mindset, you activate new possibilities in your life. Every thought you choose can create new pathways. When you commit to believing you are capable, that you deserve success, and that you have the power to create your own reality, a powerful transformation begins. With each small step in this reprogramming process, you realize that your mind, once a barrier, is now your ally. This mindset shift doesn't happen overnight, but through perseverance and daily practice. Freeing your mind for success is a journey, but it's a journey worth taking. What once seemed like an insurmountable obstacle becomes an opportunity for growth, and gradually you realize that your mind is no longer holding you back. It's opening doors to a future of unlimited possibilities. Have you ever wondered if you're somehow sabotaging your own success? Self-sabotage is a silent enemy, often disguised as doubts, procrastination, or a lack of confidence. The most curious thing is that it often comes from within, through our own beliefs and thoughts. The human mind has the power to create invisible barriers that prevent us from acting, taking the first step, or even believing we deserve the success we desire. These blocks can stem from past experiences, unresolved fears, or limiting beliefs like, "I'm not good enough," or "I don't have what it takes to achieve this." These thoughts become a mental prison, a trap we build ourselves, often without realizing it. The first step to breaking these barriers is recognizing they exist. Understanding that the real obstacle isn't in external circumstances, but in how we interpret and react to them. Limiting beliefs create a distorted reality where failure seems inevitable, even before we try. When we honestly confront these blocks, we begin to see that we are often the ones placing the greatest obstacles in our path. The key to overcoming this is the practice of mental reprogramming, a mindset shift. A success mindset isn't about luck or external conditions, but about cultivating thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors that foster progress. For example, shifting the focus from "I can't" to "I can learn," or from "I'll fail" to "I'll learn from my mistakes," begins to break down those internal barriers. By deliberately choosing to focus on solutions, learn from failures, and visualize success, you start reprogramming your mind to see the potential for transformation around you. In doing so, you stop being a victim of your circumstances and become a creator of your own reality. When you adopt this mindset, you realize that the greatest blocks aren't in external situations, but in how you see yourself. By taking control of your thoughts, you begin to dismantle the mental barriers that once limited you, becoming stronger, more capable, and better prepared to achieve what once seemed unattainable. How are your finances truly related to your mindset? At first glance, it may seem like money is just a matter of numbers, opportunities, or even luck. But upon closer inspection, you'll realize that the mindset you carry is one of the biggest determining factors of your financial success. Beliefs like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "I'm not good with money," are often invisible but incredibly powerful. They create a mental barrier that prevents you from seeing and seizing the financial opportunities in front of you. When you think in a limited way about prosperity, you automatically put yourself in a position where, even with opportunities all around you, financial success feels out of reach. The good news is that you can change this mindset, starting with how you view money and the opportunities it can bring. Shifting to a mindset of abundance and prosperity begins with changing your focus. Instead of dwelling on difficulties and limitations, start focusing on possibilities and what you already have in your financial life. Think about how you can multiply what you have, seek new income sources, or improve your financial management. The power to attract more money and prosperity lies not just in working harder, but in reprogramming your mind to think and act like someone who already has abundance. By practicing a wealth mindset, you begin to see money as a tool, not a goal. It's the means, not the end. By putting this into practice, you pave the way for true prosperity, as a mind aligned with abundance creates the conditions necessary for financial success. So, by changing your mindset, you're not just altering how you handle money, but building a solid foundation for a prosperous and successful financial future. As this transformation takes place, you'll notice financial opportunities starting to emerge from unexpected places. Have you ever noticed how our thoughts shape our reality? This isn't just a philosophy or belief, but a truth backed by science. The power of the mind is real, and science shows us how it can literally transform the life we live. Neuroscience, for example, teaches us that the brain has incredible plasticity. It can reorganize and form new connections whenever you adopt a new thought pattern. In other words, your mind isn't fixed. It can be reprogrammed for new behaviors and habits as long as you know how to guide it. The simple act of changing your thoughts can alter how your brain processes information and reacts to the world around you. This is called neuroplasticity, and it's the key to understanding how you can reprogram your mind for success. When you start replacing negative thoughts with positive ones, you strengthen the neural connections that promote growth, resilience, and goal achievement. This is the science behind mental reprogramming. Over time, you can literally train your brain to think more optimistically and focus on success. The key is to be conscious and intentional about what you feed your mind. Imagine your thoughts as seeds. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and uncertainty, those will be the roots of your future. But if you choose to sow seeds of confidence, action, and positivity, What grows in your life will be far more prosperous and aligned with your goals. This mental transformation, which may seem subtle at first, yields profound results. Over time, your habits and actions begin to reflect this new mindset, and the results appear, often in ways you never imagined. The science of the mind is simple. When you control your thoughts, you control your life. And this isn't just a theory but a principle that, when put into practice, brings real and tangible change to every area of your life. The beliefs we carry have the power to shape our reality. They act as lenses through which we see the world, and often, these lenses are clouded by limiting thoughts that prevent us from achieving success. Beliefs like, "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve success," or "this will never work," are like invisible chains that imprison us. What many don't realize is that these beliefs aren't absolute truths, but patterns internalized over time. To change the course of your life, you must first identify these beliefs and question them. The good news is that beliefs can be reprogrammed, just like any other behavior. By changing how you think about yourself and the world, you begin to create new realities. The first limiting belief to challenge is the idea that you're not good enough. How many times have you stopped yourself from trying something because you thought you didn't have what it takes to succeed? The truth is, everyone has the potential to achieve great things, but you need to believe it to start acting on it. To replace this belief with a winning habit, focus on your strengths and daily small victories. Every step toward your goal is proof of your capability. Another example of a limiting belief is the idea that success is reserved for a select few. This creates a scarcity mindset, where you believe that for someone to win, another must lose. But success is abundant and accessible to everyone. By adopting an abundance mindset, you allow yourself to grow without fear that others' success diminishes your own. Replacing limiting beliefs with winning habits is an ongoing process, but it starts with the decision to change. The habit of practicing positive thinking, challenging yourself daily, and recognizing your worth can make all the difference. The mental transformation that occurs when you replace negative beliefs with positive actions is powerful. It's not an instant change, but it's a lasting one that can open doors to a successful future. And remember, success isn't a destination, but a journey of personal growth, built on the beliefs we choose to cultivate every day. Stoicism, a philosophy born over 2,000 years ago, remains a powerful tool for those seeking success. The main lesson Stoicism teaches us is that true freedom comes from mastering our reactions and not letting external circumstances control us. In a world where we're constantly bombarded by distractions, expectations, and external pressures, Stoic practice is a powerful antidote for clearing the mind. By learning to distinguish what's within our control from what isn't, we begin to cultivate inner peace. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control the events around us, but we can control how we react to them. Imagine facing a major setback, like a failed project or a workplace conflict. Instead of being consumed by anger or frustration, Stoic philosophy suggests you take a deep breath and focus on what you can do from that point forward. This detachment from emotions allows for a clearer mind, capable of finding solutions and moving forward without being derailed by obstacles. Practicing Stoicism helps us understand that true strength doesn't come from constant struggle, but from calmly accepting what we cannot change. This creates a solid foundation for making more rational and strategic decisions without being overwhelmed by feelings of helplessness or despair. Moreover, the Stoic mindset of accepting reality as it is, without trying to force or change the uncontrollable, allows you to conserve energy for what truly matters: your personal growth, your goals, and building a prosperous life. With this mental clarity, you become more resilient, able to learn from challenges and move forward with confidence. Success isn't determined by how hard you fight against the world, but by how well you navigate it with a calm mind and a serene heart. Most of the obstacles we face in life aren't external challenges, but the mental barriers we create within ourselves. How many times have you caught yourself doubting your abilities or questioning whether you deserve to achieve your goals? These thoughts are like invisible chains, keeping us trapped in a cycle of inaction and frustration. The greatest block to success lies in our own minds, in the limiting beliefs we've cultivated over the years. Often, these mental barriers are fueled by fears, insecurities, or past failures that make us believe we're not capable of achieving something greater. But the good news is that by recognizing them, we have the power to transform them. Overcoming these mental blocks is about taking control of the narratives we tell ourselves. When we start challenging these limiting beliefs and replacing them with affirmations of confidence and capability, we begin to pave the way for new possibilities. The key to breaking these blocks lies in the daily practice of reinforcing positive thinking and acting despite fear. Every time you challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone, even if it feels difficult, you're building the confidence needed to go further. This mental transformation process isn't quick, but it's deeply liberating. The more you learn to see yourself as someone capable of overcoming any obstacle, the stronger and more determined you become. Ultimately, the greatest blocks to success aren't external problems, but how we choose to face them. When we realize that everything we need is already within us, the world opens up to new opportunities and achievements. We're often limited by beliefs and habits we don't even notice, but they undoubtedly influence every decision and action we take. The problem is that these limitations don't exist in the outside world, but in our minds. Imagine your mind as fertile ground, ready to be cultivated. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, or discouragement, that's what will grow. But if you sow thoughts of confidence, courage, and determination, your life's terrain will be filled with possibilities and opportunities. The key to breaking these limitations lies in changing how we think about ourselves and the world around us. Mental programming is the process of replacing negative beliefs and limiting patterns with those that propel us forward. This involves repetition and constant practice, like training a muscle. Each day, by consciously choosing to focus on positive thoughts and actions aligned with your goals, you gradually create new pathways in your brain until these new thought patterns become automatic. As a result, the limitations that once seemed insurmountable begin to fade. Every new opportunity that arises is a direct result of the change you've made within yourself. True transformation happens when your mindset aligns with the vision of the future you want to create. When you believe opportunities are within your reach and that you're capable of seizing them, the world around you begins to reflect this new reality. It's not magic, it's mental reprogramming, a daily practice that opens new doors and creates opportunities where there were once only obstacles. What do successful people have in common? Most of them weren't born with a special advantage or extraordinary talent. What sets them apart is how they think and act. Successful people have a growth mindset and an impressive ability to unlock their minds to achieve what they want. They know success isn't something that happens by chance, but the result of a focused, disciplined, and resilient mindset. The key to unlocking this mindset is learning to see opportunities in every situation instead of focusing on difficulties. They understand that obstacles are merely stepping stones to success, and that every failure is a valuable lesson. Instead of being paralyzed by doubt or fear, they face challenges with a positive mindset, knowing that by persisting, they're closer to achieving their goals. This doesn't mean they don't feel fear or frustration. It means they don't let those feelings control them. Successful people also understand the importance of surrounding themselves with others who share their vision. They seek mentors, connect with inspiring people, and are always willing to learn and grow. This environment of continuous growth is one of the greatest secrets to success. When you unlock your mind to be receptive to these positive influences, you open yourself to a world of possibilities that were previously out of reach. The good news is that you, too, can cultivate this mindset. By taking control of your thoughts, learning from failures, and constantly seeking growth, You're on the path to becoming a successful person. Success isn't a distant destination, but a daily journey of growth, learning, and persistence. The law of attraction is often talked about as if it were a magic formula for success, but the truth is, it works on a deeper level than we imagine. The law of attraction isn't just about visualizing what you want, but about the mindset with which you approach the world. When you start reprogramming your mind to believe in your own potential and the power of your intentions, you begin to notice how the universe aligns opportunities around you. The key to making the law of attraction work is understanding that your thoughts and feelings are in constant resonance with what you attract. If you focus on negative or limiting thoughts, you create a vibration that attracts more of those negative experiences. But when you dedicate yourself to cultivating a positive mindset filled with confidence and gratitude, you start attracting situations, people, and opportunities aligned with that energy. This doesn't mean things will always happen as you imagine, but you'll be more open and receptive to recognizing and seizing opportunities when they arise. By practicing mental reprogramming, you're not only changing your thoughts, but also creating a vibrational field that attracts what you want into your life. The law of attraction, therefore, isn't a passive process. It requires action, alignment, and focus. By reprogramming your mind for success, you not only change how you think, but also how you act and react to the world, creating a virtuous cycle of success and prosperity. Over time, you realize that success isn't something you attract magically, but something you build through inner change, confidence, and action. Now that you know how your mind can be both the key and the obstacle to your success, it's time to put this knowledge into practice. Remember, reprogramming your mind isn't a one-time event, but a daily journey of awareness and action. Success is within your reach, and it starts within you. So ask yourself, what are you willing to change to reach the next level? Which beliefs do you need to let go of to make room for the new? Don't wait any longer. Start now, because what you do today will reflect in tomorrow's success. If you feel ready to transform your life, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to not miss any content that will help you on this journey. And don't forget to leave a comment sharing what you'll change in your mind today.